So hey, it's Herb from Lobster Lab Media. We're here with my buddy Dr. Robert Kandarjian. Hey, Robert.
Hey.
So I'm going to tell a little. So the name of this video, I'm going to tell a little story, but we're going to call it "Faith: The Final Frontier." So here's the story, and then we'll do our Lobster Robert thing. So I was in Sedona, Arizona, several years ago, and on Bell Rock, and there was a gentleman that we met, nobody that I had met before. So he, I don't remember his name.
So you're in Sedona, Arizona?
On Bell Rock.
Okay.
And I see this guy, and he came over. He was actually for the Melchizedek priesthood. I was being ordained as a minister at that time. So I meet this guy, and he just moved to Sedona. No job, no place to live, but angelic, pure blue eyes. Like he had faith like I've never seen before. Faith that he just knew that he would be taken care of. And he didn't know logically where he was going. But his faith was, everything about him was faith. Like he had no fear.
He was anchored in his faith.
He was anchored in his faith. And I think he was an angelic human, actually. His eyes were piercing blue.
Yes.
And his energy was amazing. So anyway, that's the bit for today. It's Faith: The Final Frontier. So what do you have to say about that topic? Faith: The Final Frontier.
Well, it's something we all have to work on, because the world, with all its news and calamities and negative press, tends to pull us out of our faith and put us into fear.
Which is the opposite.
Right. Exactly, right? It's like, how can you stay in faith when you're always being terrorized or you're in fear?
Exactly. It's almost impossible.
Right. So we have to work at it, and we have to be around people who live in faith, around communities who live in faith. And we actually need to go back to our religious, let's call it spiritual practices, and whether it's individually or collectively, to strengthen that faith. I mean, it is faith. To me, faith is like a muscle. You have to exercise it.
No doubt.
You have to exercise it, or else we lose it. So I guess what I have to say, one of the things I'm saying about faith is that it's something that needs to be worked on. It doesn't just come easy. It does come easy for a child, but we've lost that child self. As adults, we live in this cacophony of noise in our heads.
Right. Noise, distractions, and fear.
Yeah.
And it's, so every day is really tuning into what that faith is. And that ties right into trusting your subconscious and your gut feelings. Because so many times we know something, and then we let our logical brain talk us out of it, or we let our negative friend talk us out of it. And but we knew the answer, then we didn't do it because we let our brain overcome our heart.
And practically speaking, how do we strengthen faith? I think that's different for everybody. For some person, sitting by the beach feels like they're sitting with God, or walking through a forest or the woods feels like they're with God. So everybody's different. For some people, sitting in church or a temple does that.
Or getting an energy healing.
Yeah, or going to a healer, right?
Yeah.
Or going to a healer, or going to, getting an acupuncture session, or getting a spiritual healing session, or doing those sound balls, right?
Yeah.
So everybody is, it's like everybody has to find their own individual experience that strengthens their faith.
So thanks, you guys. We're in someone's driveway, and we don't want to scare them.
Right. Take them out of their faith.
Exactly. Herb Palmer Jr., Robert Kandarjian.
Thank you, Herb.
All right.
Thank you for listening, everyone.
Thanks, you guys.
Okay.